कंफर्टेबल पोस्चर है, चाहे वो क्रॉस लेग हो, एक लेग दूसरे लेग के ऊपर हो या फिर पद्मासन हो। सो अर्ध पद्मासन, पूर्ण पद्मासन, सिद्धासन, सुखासन, जो भी आपको कंफर्टेबल लगता है वहां से स्टार्ट करेंगे। तो आप ऐसे सीटेड आ जाइए और अपनी स्पाइन को, अपनी पीठ को, रीढ़ की हड्डी को सीधा कर लीजिए। गर्दन उसी एक सीध में रहेगी। तो थोड़ा सा ऐसा लगता है कि आप पीछे पुश कर रहे हैं, बट वेरी सटल, तो कोई एफर्ट नहीं लगता उसमें। पूरी बैक सीधी है, गर्दन सीधी है। और देन यू कैन क्लोज योर आईज। हाथ आप भले घुटनों पे रख लीजिए अपने। यू कैन मेक एनी मुद्रा यू लाइक। या फिर ध्यान मुद्रा बेस्ट है, अगर और कोई आपको प्रेफरेंस नहीं है तो। Let's start by calming our mind. आंखें बंद करके start to focus on your body first. Feel yourself grounded on the mat. शरीर के कौन से हिस्से मैट को टच कर रहे हैं और कौन से हिस्से मैट से थोड़ा ऊपर हैं? Just imagine you are melting into the mat, onto the mat, merging with the ground under you and completely getting grounded. Yin yoga sessions में आपको योगा पोजेस के साथ साथ मैं मेडिटेशन करवाता हूँ, तो it's primarily focused on meditation. Stay in the meditative mood. Start to hear the sound of your breath. और जहां से भी आपको आपके शरीर से आवाजें आती हैं कि आई एम नॉट कंफर्टेबल, यहाँ मुझे दर्द हो रहा है, पीठ कुछ बोल रही है, टांगे कुछ बोल रही हैं, just listen to it with love. आज की जो थीम है यिन पोजेस की, वो हार्ट ओपनिंग, लव एंड कंपैशन वाली थीम है। So embracing the world around us with open heart, with open arms. वो वाली फीलिंग, वो वाले माइंड से आप इस पोज में continue to breathe and continue to feel open and free. Keep breathing gently. Keep paying attention. और जैसे कि मैं हर बार बोलता हूँ, Yin yoga sessions are all about patience. तो अगर आपको कहीं पेन नहीं हो रहा है, so try to stay in the pose as long as I am instructing to stay in the pose. But if you feel कि कहीं पे sharp pain हो रहा है or something that you can't tolerate anymore, you can change the pose, relax yourself, and still stay in the meditative state. I hope आप लोगों ने कुछ प्रॉप्स साथ में रख लिए होंगे, जैसे पिलोज या फिर ब्लॉक्स। अगर बोल्स्टर है तो और भी अच्छा। क्योंकि नेक्स्ट फ्यू पोजेस में हम लोगों को उसकी जरूरत पड़ेगी। इनफैक्ट मैंने नहीं उठाया। I'll just bring while you stay in this pose. अगर आपके पास भी नहीं है आसपास, तो you can get up and get. You're nearly there in this pose. So with patience, let's take 5 deep breaths, and very gently we're gonna exhale them with patience. Let's stay in the seated meditation pose. Next 4 more breaths. Let's take 2 more. And when you finish the last one, let's start to open the eyes, and we're gonna change the pose. तो ये pose मैंने शायद फर्स्ट वाले सेशन में करवाया था, मे बी लास्ट वाले में कराया होगा. इट्स कॉल्ड बटरफ्लाई, बट रिक्लाइनिंग बटरफ्लाई. सो इसमें हम लोग अपने दोनों पैर के तलवों को मिलाते हैं, एंड देन वी लाई डाउन बिहाइंड अस ऑन अ पिलो और समथिंग. तो मैंने बोल्स्टर रखा हुआ है. सो वी पुट द फीट टुगेदर and start to recline on a pillow behind us. Once you settle down, you will see that your chest is open towards the sky, towards the heavens. तो दोनों हाथ नीचे की तरफ, साइड की तरफ रखेंगे, हार्ट ओपन, और पैरों के तलवे जुड़े हुए हैं. लेग्स आर इन बटरफ्लाई पोज. अगर आपके पास बोल्स्टर है तो अच्छी बात है, नहीं है तो पिलो, 1 या 2 पिलोज एक के ऊपर एक रख के, you will get a bit of a height on your upper back. Lower back and the sacrum are on the ground, so it's creating an arch. Upper back ऊपर है. Then you open your arms by the sides, opening the heart up. And once you are in this pose, start to settle down again. We'll stay in that pose for roughly 4 minutes, 4 to 5 minutes. So इस तरीके से अपने को सेटल करिए कि आप 4 मिनट वहां पे रह सकें. यहाँ पे हम लोग प्राणायाम करेंगे. 4-4-6-2 ब्रीदिंग पैटर्न में प्राणायाम करेंगे, which is count of 4 you inhale, and the count of 4 you retain the breath, count of 6 exhale करेंगे, and count of 2 hold करेंगे. So I'll lead you through first few breaths. उसके बाद I will ask you to do it with your own mind and counting, so that you stay connected with counting and your breath, so that you don't go away with your thoughts. Take a big breath in and completely exhale. Then on the count, breathing in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, breathing out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, hold, 2, breathing in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, breathing out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, hold, 2, breathing in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, breathing out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, hold, 2. Breathing in, and continue to count for in 4, hold 4, exhale 6, and hold 2. Continue breathing and continue feeling grounded. As you are breathing in, imagine as if you are breathing all the love from the entire universe. As you exhale, you let go of everything, even the love that you got. We're going to finish this pose very soon. So let's spend next 15 to 20 seconds doing 5 more breaths and staying in the pose with patience. Taking all the love from the universe and then letting go of everything. Once you finish your 5th breath, अगर आप pillow पे हैं, तो first you bring both the knees up towards the center, then start to roll to one side, and then remove the pillow behind you. और उसके बाद हम लोग शवासन में आएंगे for a repose, rebound pose जिसको बोलते हैं. So come into Shavasana and just feel the sensations that you may be having after doing this pose for 4 minutes. Just listen to your body. Just see where your body is asking you to give attention. Yoga is all about connecting with your body, connecting with your mind, and connecting with your spirit. Yin Yoga में हम लोग meditation के साथ साथ we bring the body along with the journey of uniting, of connecting. नेक्स्ट जो पोज करने वाले हैं हम लोग, वो भी समथिंग सिमिलर है, बट उसमें we'll put pillow just under the head, not below the head. So upper back पे हम लोग pillow रखेंगे. So if you are in Shavasana, just roll to one side, keep both the pillows where your upper back can go. Then you lie down on it so that your head is sort of dangling behind, your heart is up, and your arms are by the side. So something similar, but not as strong as we did before, जिसमें legs भी हम लोगों ने engage करे थे. इस वाले pose में आपके legs straight flat हैं, सिर्फ थोड़ी पीठ ऊपर उठी हुई है, तो heart open हो जाता है, और arms by the side gives even more stronger opening of the heart. Let's settle down in this pose. And let me start the timer. In this heart opening pose, हम लोग ब्रीदिंग के साथ साथ थोड़ा सा एक डिफरेंट चीज करेंगे जिसको मोस्टली विपासना बोला जाता है। इसमें क्या होता है कि आप you start to pay attention to everything that is happening around you. So the first thing that is around you is your body. So listen to the body, your heartbeat, your breathing, your movements of the body when you breathe in and out. And then start to open that awareness to the outside of body. कैसे outside air का temperature आपकी skin को touch करता है, तो how does it feel? How do you feel when you breathe in the outside air and you feel the temperature just at the nostrils? Any sounds that you may listen? आपकी खिड़की खुली है तो शायद बर्ड्स की नॉइज आ रही होगी, हवा चल रही हो या बाहर ट्रैफिक की आवाज हो. Anything that brings you back to right of this moment. Not any thoughts, nothing to imagine, just staying with anything that is happening right now around you. It's a very strong form of mindfulness. So paying attention to the things that you never pay attention otherwise. Continuing to pay attention to everything around us. It's a way of bringing the universe within us. It does not need to come into your body, but into your awareness. कहते हैं wherever the awareness goes, the consciousness goes. तो जैसे ही आप बाहर की ट्रैफिक को, बाहर की आवाज़ों को, बर्ड्स को, हवा को, टेम्परेचर को फील करते हैं, they all become part of your consciousness. So they become you. And you don't hate something that is you. You can hate something that is yours, but don't hate something that is you. So you're converting the otherness into me-ness, and you start to love yourself even more. Everything becomes part of you. Expand yourself. Keep paying attention to everything around you. Now, before we move out of this pose, मैं कुछ पॉजिटिव reinforcements के sentences बोलूंगा, and you're welcome to say it with me, with your words, or just a whisper, or just in your heart. If you say it, that's good. If you just hear it, that's also good. So while you're paying attention to everything around you, say to yourself, may I be content as I am. May I be content as I am. May I hold my joys and sorrows with equanimity. May I hold my joys and sorrows with equanimity. May I cultivate happiness and its causes. May I cultivate happiness and its causes. Let's take 3 more breaths in this pose before we roll to the right and remove the pillows and come into Shavasana. So again, with patience, when you finish your last breath, just roll to the right side, remove the pillows, and lie straight down in Shavasana. Again, paying attention to everything that your body is telling you. Keep being with your breath all the time and pay attention to the sensations that may be happening in your body. You may have any pain or soreness or stretch from the poses that we have done so far, or anything else that you've done throughout the day. Let's listen to our bodies. So, wherever our attention goes, our consciousness goes. And that's when we start to make connection and things start to improve. From this pose, we're going to take the laying twist, जो कि हम लोग योगा में भी करते हैं सुबह, but this one is holding the pose for slightly longer. So in Shavasana, bend your knees and bring both the feet flat on the ground. And then start to drop both the knees to your right side. तो ड्रॉप इस तरह करना है कि आपके दोनों शोल्डर्स जमीन पे हैं एंड दोनों नीज आपकी राइट साइड की तरफ गिर रही हैं. जरूरी नहीं है कि दोनों साथ में मिली हो, इतना ऊपर भी है तो भी चलेगा. और इफ यू थिंक यू कैन प्रेस डाउन द लेफ्ट नी विद राइट हैंड, वो भी कर सकते हैं. ऑल वी वांट इज योर स्पाइन गेटिंग अ ट्विस्ट. तो आपके दोनों शोल्डर्स जमीन पे हैं और दोनों नीज जितना हो सके टुगेदर राइट साइड की तरफ ड्रॉप हो रही हैं. And then you can keep the arms parallel by the side and look to your left. अगर गर्दन में कुछ भी दिक्कत हो रही है तो keep having the neck looking up straight. कोई pressure नहीं डालना है. But if you can look to the left without any pain, it's a good twist from spine, lower spine to upper spine, which is the neck. completely in action. Once you are in the pose, we won't stay here long. Once you're in the pose, let's continue with Vipassana practice that we started in the last pose of paying attention to everything around us. Keep paying attention to things around us, sounds or sensations. Keep bringing your attention back to the breath every time you wander off in your thoughts. Let's stay here for one more minute. If you're feeling any pain, any strong sensation, you can reverse and come down into Shavasana. But if you can hold, let's breathe into the sensations, breathe into the stretches that you're getting, and keep practicing Vipassana. Keep looking at things with your mind's eye, sounds and sensations around you. Let's start to come back to center. Bring both the knees in the middle and then come into Shavasana. So we're not switching the sides just yet. We want to experience the sensation that we would have got with this stretch before we move to the other side. So just bring back the knees to center and then make your legs straight. Bring arms by the side of the body and let go of everything in Shavasana. Just focus on things that are happening in your body. There's always something going on in the body. And if you think आपको कुछ भी महसूस नहीं हो रहा है, तो there's definitely breath which is happening in the body. And breath creates sensation, at least of the temperature in your nostrils and your belly moving up and down. So you can always focus your attention on the breath and the sensation related to the breath. Let's start to bring both the knees up again with feet flat on the ground. And then drop both the knees to left side this time. Both the shoulders remain on the ground. Arms can go by the side. And once you're settled with the knees dropping on left side, you can look to your right or keep looking up depending on how your neck is helping you today. all the time. Let's keep a mindset of calm and contentment and loving acceptance to wherever you are right now and whatever you are in the middle of. So, accepting yourself as you are and accepting all the environment around you as it is right now. This is again is an open heart pose. So we are opening our heart to the universe, letting all the love coming in into our heart and into our lives. Keep paying attention to all the noises around you. Let's take 5 more mindful breaths, cultivating their patience, staying in the pose, breathing mindfully. When you finish the 5 breaths, let's bring both the knees back to the center and make the legs straight, coming into Shavasana. Bring both the hands down by the sides, palms up. And let's start again to look into your body of any sensations that the previous pose might have created. You had twisted your spine, your left side was down, pushing into the ground. Your right side was stretched, going to the left side. You may have also your neck stretched to the other side. So just listen to all those parts or any other part that would have stretched in the last pose. Connecting with the body with all your mind and all your heart. Let's prepare for the next pose. Start to roll to your right side and push yourself up with both your hands and then turn around and come onto your knees and hands. Now, depending on what props you have, the next pose is called Anahatasan, जिसमें कि हम लोग हार्ट को टच करते हैं ग्राउंड से. तो जिसमें आपकी नीज स्ट्रेट रहती हैं एंड यू ट्राई टू ब्रिंग योर हार्ट डाउन ऑन द ग्राउंड एंड आर्म्स स्ट्रेट। जरूरी नहीं है कि आपका हार्ट टच करे जमीन को, आप काफी ऊपर भी हो सकते हैं। सो योर फोरहेड कुड बी लाइक दिस, but the aim is that your knees are straight. So your sit bones are directly above the knees. Your knees are at a 90-degree angle, and you're forward down with your heart on the ground or your forehead on the ground. अगर हार्ट पहुंचता है तो अच्छी बात है. And see how this pose makes you feel. Is it too difficult or too easy? अगर आप कुछ प्रॉप्स और डाल सकते हैं तो वो भी डाल दीजिए, जैसे कि सीने के नीचे कुछ लगा दिया, जैसे ब्लॉक लगा दिया, पिलो लगा दिया, तो गिव्स यू अ बिट मोर ऑफ कुशन. But we are bringing your heart down, connecting with the earth, connecting with the ultimate reality, where we came from and where we will end up with. So connecting our heart. एक बार आप पोज में आ गए हैं, then let's start the same vipassana practice, क्योंकि breathing count करना इस पोज में easy नहीं रहेगा. But we are paying attention to it. Keep listening to the sounds around us. Just imagine that the breath is your first love. You just met and you fell in love immensely, madly. Don't leave it alone. Stay with your breath all the time. The breath is your new friend, and you don't want to stay away from it. Mindfully connect and stay with it. Just keep staying in the pose if it is not hurting. Stretch is good. You're opening your channels of the prana, the nadis, the pathways, the chi movement called meridians. Continue breathing, continue paying attention to the breath and everything that you can hear or feel. Stay here for 30 more seconds. Keep being mindful of the sensations and your breath. Keep cultivating the patience, staying in the pose. Let's take 3 more mindful breaths. And when you finished your third breath, let's start to come up on your hands. So lift yourself up, come up on your hands, and start to lie down on your tummy. So you're lying down on your belly. And let's bring both the hands in front of you, one hand on top of the other, and drop the forehead on the hands, the cushion of your hands. So we are relaxing in the reverse shavasana, in the crocodile pose. Now, this is another opportunity to feel different to what you felt in the shavasana before. Now, the other parts of the body are touching or melting in the ground. Feel the sensations of having new parts coming into contact with the ground. How do you feel? Can you reach out to all the body parts that are touching the ground right now? Can you send your consciousness, your awareness to all the places where you are in connection with the ground? And also pay the attention to the parts that are not on the ground, in connection with the ground anymore, like your back of your legs, and everything that was previously in touch with the ground, not anymore. Let's start to rise up from this pose. We're gonna come on our knees. So from the crocodile pose, let's push ourselves up, coming onto the knees. And then in the next pose, what we're gonna do is bring our right leg to forward. So you may tuck your back toe in, just like a plank pose, and start to bring your right leg to front, like a cross. So the right foot goes to the left side, and the right knee stays to the right side. So you're bringing your foot cross. Then start to drop your knee and see if you can go forward down. If you don't comfortably, then you can bring something that you can lean on top. For example, this. So you're giving yourself a height to stay in the pose where your legs are, and you just lie down on top of the pillow or bolster. If you don't need anything, you can come directly on the ground, both your hands, bringing the head directly above the hands. We'll stay in this pose for 2 minutes and then you move to the other side. So while you're in the pose, it may be a new pose for you. So even better opportunity to connect with the parts that are telling you, listen to me. So listen to your body, get in touch with the new sensations, and remain mindful. Let's take 5 more mindful breaths in this pose. And once you finish your 5 breaths, start to lift yourself up on both the hands. Tuck your back toe in so you can lift the knee up, and then remove the leg, bring it back to behind, and bring the left leg to front, just reversing the pose. Bring the back knee on the ground, and you start to drop down on your elbows or on something like a pillow if you need one, and then drop your head as well. Again, let's stay in the pose for 2 minutes. Keep paying attention to the breath. Stay with the breath as your new friend. Let's keep staying in the pose with patience. Let's take 3 more mindful breaths. And let's start to come out by coming on your hands first, and then bringing your front leg to behind, coming onto a plank. Drop your knees, come up seated, and from here directly go into Shavasana. This is our last pose. Let's lie down completely with a big sigh. Feel the entire body melting on the mat. Pay attention to the parts touching the ground. And maybe think of the parts that are not touching the ground, that are slightly above, like the arches just above the heels, and your lower back, and your neck, and any other part that you think is close to the ground but not touching. Let's stay in the pose, completely worry free, complete with love for us, for ourselves, and for everything around us. Not just our house, not just our loved ones, but everything around us. This city, this country, this earth, this universe. Let go of every activity in your body. No muscle is activated. Let go of any tension in your face, your jaws, your gums, any expression on the face. Let go. Relax every muscle. Let's practice not now technique next few minutes in the Shavasana. Let's pay attention to our breath and sensations. And whenever any thought comes in, just push it away. Say, not now. I look at you, I look after you in next 10 minutes, but not now. Actively pushing thoughts away in keeping your attention on the breath and the body. While you are in the pose, paying attention to your body, you can start to scan your body. You can start from the toes and go to every part of the body that you have a name for, like big toes, small toes, soles of the feet, upside of the feet, the heel, the ankle, lower legs, calves, knees, upper thighs, hamstrings, glutes, lower abdomen, waist, lower back, middle back, upper back, shoulders, chest, ribs, abdomen, your arms, your hands, palms, fingers, coming back to your neck, back of the neck, your chin, your lips, your mouth, your nose, your eyes, your forehead, top of the head, back of the head, entire body, the skin on the body, sending your awareness to every part of the body makes your body completely aware, in touch with your consciousness. Feel the entire body in one go. Send the consciousness to every part of the body we just named. Feel the energy moving everywhere, gushing in circles from top to toe to every part of your body. While you relax, the energy is very active. Gently, let's start to come back into awareness. You can move your toes and fingers, or roll your legs and arms by the side, or give yourself a stretch overhead by clasping your fingers and pulling your hands up over the head. Let's take a big breath in and exhale it out. Then roll to your right side and stay here for a few breaths. Feel how your mind is when you roll to right side. Does it go blank or is it full of activity? Take a couple more breaths in this pose. And then start to lift yourself up using both the hands. Come up seated. I invite you to bring your palms together. We'll say Om one time. Take a breath in and completely exhale. The next breath, we'll say Om. Let's drop our head onto our fingers and gently rub the forehead for clarity of thoughts, bringing down the fingers to your lips for kindness of words, and back to heart center for compassion for all. Thank you. Namaste.
Thank you, Naresh ji.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Naresh. बहुत सुंदर. Really
Thank
nice.
you, Naresh. Very nice.